We were just going to, if it's cool with you guys, do a little Q&A about our set. So if you guys have any questions or anything about the show that you just watched.
What's the name of it?
Oh yeah. The name of it was It Ain't Ogre Till It's Ogre. So yeah, again, really, if you guys have any questions or anything. Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a Shrek reference?
Any other?
Yeah.
Can you take us through your writing process? How an idea turns from a seed?
Do you want me to? It's really simple. The horror story we came up with one night when we were just kind of hanging out. I think Keith might have been there. But I can't say for yours was mostly improv.
Yeah, mine, I just had this idea like recently because I was talking with a friend of mine about how I actually do have a lot of friends who I feel like teach English or like English to students in other countries.
Right.
And it seems like it would just be so easy to do that, you know? Like, I don't know, but so to be honest, I didn't even really have much of an idea of what I was going to do going into that. Usually we write stuff out more.
Yeah.
The story was completely written by the first thing.
I'm sorry, Keith, I saw his.
Oh, yeah. Good set before.
Oh, yeah. What's your name? What? Name?
I'm Will.
Oh, okay, Will.
You guys are also funny.
Thank you.
How did y'all two meet?
We were in a 401 improv class with Matt and Ellie Hugh and Lisa and Dee Dee, and Keith was in that class too. Yeah. That was in October of 2000.
Yes.
And when I volunteered to be the student, like I was playing as like I used to teach English as a second language. Oh, no problem.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I taught English as a second language, and part of the reason that was so funny to me was because it was very that was very spot.
That's what it's like.
Well, no, I mean it's not like completely a disjointed lesson plan like that, but like sometimes in the middle of like a class, I would find myself breaking off to like explain something.
Tangents.
Yeah. And it's I feel like that would be a very confusing part of it.
Yeah, it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
Teachers don't get paid as much as they work. They don't get.
Yeah.
Well, I was all right there. I was getting paid. I was getting paid in Korean money, and then I had to transfer it to the dollar. I'm sorry.
We got a question behind you. I'm sorry.
Does it have any advice for like other aspiring writers? That people want to write?
Definitely. I would say write what you think is funny. And what do you think?
A big one for me is I think the same one that you said. Write what you think is funny, because if you try, I think you'll be able to tell when you're writing something and it's not like your voice. People will even be able to tell.
People will tell. I think people sense sincerity. They sense when someone's being genuine.
Right.
And I think anything that you've ever found really funny about someone that you find to be really funny, it's because they are doing what they think is funny. You know, if you see Louis C.K., you laugh at him because he does what he thinks is funny. Or
That's right.
Anyone.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
I saw, by the way, recently you guys did the Gusto over at the UCB.
North Coast.
Oh, sorry, North Coast with Gusto. Yeah, North Coast. That was a very funny show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just curious. Blanche from Golden Girls died today. How do you feel about that?
Yep, was it today, yes? Was it
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I read it today.
To be honest, I have almost no emotion when a celebrity dies unless it's one that I like.
Which one did you like?
I mean, well, I was a big SNL fan, so like when Chris Farley died and when Phil Hartman died, I mean, those were two of my favorites. Phil Hartman was my all-time favorite SNL cast member.
Actually, can I say Arthur actually has a very good skill in that he can, if you name a date, what is it? You can name.
If you name a date in history from 1975 to like 3 years ago, I can tell you the host, who hosted SNL on that date, or the musical guest. Or if you gave me a name of a host or a musical guest, I could tell you the date of that show.
What?
Yes.
Alec Baldwin.
Well, he's hosted 15 times. The first time he hosted was April 21st, 1990 with Music We've Got the B-52s, and most recently he hosted the season finale. So that's not last year. I'm not as good on the last 3 years because I haven't been paying attention, but who was the
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty and Harper.
Well, that's wow. That's great.
But seriously, like 1975 to 2006, like I can tell you the other days that he hosted. Yes.
Captain Beefheart.
Captain Beefheart. That was 1980. That was November 21st, 1980 with Malcolm McDowell.
Spin Doctors.
Spin Doctors, Joe Pesci, October
Stop
10th,
it.
1990.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just I meant it like get out of town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we probably should do that,
Yes.
right? Yeah. I guess we have time for, we'll do dates and stuff after, but we have time for one more question.
Do we have time for one? Do we have time for another question? Okay, sure. Another question. Well,
By the way, everyone, it is Keith's birthday.
This is, I guess, the big elephant in the room, but you guys are drinking out of enormous jugs of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a question?
No, that was